Hello everyone. Today's video is about the coldest places on Earth with their lowest recorded temperatures ever. Let's subscribe our channel and press the bell icon. Reykjavik in Iceland faces calm Atlantic winters, yet once dropped to -24.5 degrees Celsius during a rare freeze. Nuuk from Greenland endures drifting sea ice winds, with temperatures plunging brutally to -32.5 degrees Celsius in winter. Thingvellir in Iceland sits between tectonic plates, its deep valley chilling down to -38 degrees Celsius once. Murmansk in Russia battles Arctic coastal storms, seeing its harshest freeze reaching -41 degrees Celsius. Harbin in China felt Siberian blasts pushing temperatures to -42 degrees Celsius, leaving the city completely frozen. Røros of Norway hides in quiet mountain basins where cold air settled hard at -42 degrees Celsius. Ulaanbaatar in Mongolia, surrounded by dry steppes, once faced an unforgiving winter dipping to -42.2 degrees Celsius. Haparanda in Sweden met Baltic winds that drove temperatures down to a piercing -41.7 degrees Celsius. Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky of Russia sits by volcanic coasts, yet winter dragged it to -41.5 degrees Celsius. Tiksi in northern Russia saw fierce Arctic waves, with the mercury sinking toward -45.2 degrees Celsius eventually. Tasiilaq from Greenland experienced stormy fjord winds pushing the cold sharply to -46 degrees Celsius. Longyearbyen in Svalbard, under endless polar night, froze harder when temperatures hit -46.3 degrees Celsius. Zungovi in Mongolia faced open steppe winds forcing the air down to -47 degrees Celsius. Magadan from Russia endured Sea of Okhotsk storms, dropping into a bitter -47.6 degrees Celsius chill. Cape Morris Jesup in Greenland, one of the farthest north points, once fell to -49.9 degrees Celsius. Igloolik in Canada battled sea ice cold that dragged its winter reading to -50 degrees Celsius. Grise Fjord of Canada, isolated and wind-beaten, touched an extreme cold mark around -50 degrees Celsius. Alert in northern Canada remained locked in darkness, its air collapsing to -50 degrees Celsius easily. Khatanga from Russia felt Siberian troughs sweeping in, forcing temperatures near -51.2 degrees Celsius. Yellowknife in Canada recorded deep lake basin frost, pushing its cold close to -51.2 degrees Celsius. Karasjok of Norway saw valley cold sinking through the night, reaching a harsh -51.4 degrees Celsius. Dudinka in Russia met Yenisei River winds that dragged conditions down to -51.8 degrees Celsius. Hall Beach in Canada faced polar storms and slid to an intense -52 degrees Celsius once. Mohe in China, its coldest region, dipped sharply as temperatures struck -52.3 degrees Celsius. Setsunyol of Mongolia endured a brutal frost front dropping conditions to -52.4 degrees Celsius. Vågadalsholm in Sweden suffered a historic freeze, its thermometers falling toward -52.6 degrees Celsius. Resolute in Canada braced Arctic pressure, letting the cold plunge deeply to -52.8 degrees Celsius. Norilsk from Russia froze under heavy winter skies, registering a dangerous -53 degrees Celsius. Tiksi in Russia again faced stronger storms, this time crashing temperatures to -53 degrees Celsius. Snows Lake in Alaska, USA, hit a fierce winter moment when readings reached -54.4 degrees Celsius. Nariungri in Russia experienced taiga cold collapsing hard at -54.4 degrees Celsius. Eureka in Canada, surrounded by polar deserts, once slid toward a painful -55.3 degrees Celsius. Reykjavik in the USA, known as Barrow, froze under Arctic winds reaching minus 56 degrees Celsius eventually. Batagayka in Russia, near the giant crater, faced relentless winter driving it to minus 57 degrees Celsius. Shersky of Russia endured subarctic storms that hammered temperatures into minus 57.8 degrees Celsius cold. Genha in China watched valley winds trap frigid air, sinking the reading to minus 58 degrees Celsius. Fort Selkirk in Canada froze under Yukon skies, striking a harsh low of minus 58.9 degrees Celsius. Denali in Alaska reached brutal altitude cold, forcing temperatures down to minus 59.7 degrees Celsius. Delayankur from Russia met intense polar waves, dropping sharply as readings touched minus 59.9 degrees Celsius. Ust-Nera in Russia experienced repeated deep freezes, with temperatures falling straight to minus 60 degrees Celsius. Srednikolimsk in Russia also hit extreme Siberian cold, its harshest drop reaching minus 60 degrees Celsius. Tomtor from Russia, another frost hotspot, plunged even further to around minus 60.4 degrees Celsius. Prospect Creek in Alaska saw legendary cold, its winter collapse pushing temperatures to minus 62.2 degrees Celsius. Snag in Canada recorded historic Yukon freezes, falling brutally to minus 63 degrees Celsius. Yakutsk in Russia endured Siberia's full force, dragging its temperature downward to minus 64.4 degrees Celsius. North Ice Station in Greenland braved relentless polar winds, reaching a terrifying minus 66.1 degrees Celsius. Summit Camp on Greenland's ice sheet suffered high-altitude cold, dropping sharply to minus 66.4 degrees Celsius. Oymyakon in Russia, famed for deadly winters, once froze solid at minus 67.7 degrees Celsius. Verkhoyansk of Russia matched that fury as temperatures fell to minus 67.8 degrees Celsius. Klink ice cap in Greenland stands unmatched, hitting Earth's coldest minus 69.6 degrees Celsius ever recorded. Thanks for joining us till end.